In this video, we'll take a look at the lower division assistant, that is 2019. And we will primarily focus on the general knowledge. Each question carried 2 marks. We will start with the first question, which is question number 51. The philosophy of laissez-faire is associated with which of the following? It is industrial state. Laissez-faire is an economic philosophy that advocates minimum government intervention in economic affairs and is closely associated with free market industrial economies. Who is the author of the book Planned Economy for India? And the correct answer, M. Visvesvaraya. M. Visvesvaraya wrote Planned Economy for India in 1934, proposing industrialization and economic planning for India's development. Economic planning referred to the allocation of resources. Economic planning primarily involved the allocation and utilization of resources to achieve economic and social objectives. The basic regulatory authority for mutual fund and stock market in India is? It is SEBI, that is the Security and Exchange Board of India. Regulate mutual fund, stock exchange, and security markets in India. A cross-check implies that payment can be credited to a bank account only. A cross-check cannot be encashed over the counter. It must be deposited into a bank account, improving transaction security. Who said that the industry is weaving textile for the modern world? Correct answer, Marshall. Alfred Marshall emphasized the importance of industry and manufacturing in shaping modern economic development. Unemployment which occurs when workers move from one job to another is known as? It is frictional unemployment. Frictional unemployment arises when people are temporarily unemployed by changing job or entering the workforce. NAFAD is connected with agriculture market. NAFAD stands for National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India and is involved in agriculture marketing. Who called the Government of India Act 1935 a charter of slavery? It is Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru criticized the Government of India Act 1935 and referred to as charter of slavery because it did not provide genuine self-rule. Who was the first Asian to win a Nobel Prize? It is Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore became the first Asian Nobel laureate in 1913 when he won the Nobel Prize in Literature for Gitanjali. India 2020 is a book written by APJ Abdul Kalam. India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium, was co-authored by APJ Abdul Kalam and Y.S. Rajan, outlining a roadmap for transforming India into a developed nation. Which of the following is the world's largest lake? Caspian Sea. The Caspian Sea is considered the world's largest lake due to its enclosed nature and vast surface area. Which month is named after the Roman god of war? It is March. March derived its name from Mars, the Roman god of war. In which country is K2, the world's second highest mountain, located? It is Pakistan. K2 is located in Karakoram range on the Pakistan, that is China border, and it is the world's second highest mountain. Geyser referred to? A hot water spring. A geyser is a hot spring that periodically erupts, releasing steam and hot water. Which of these is Asia's oldest stock exchange? It is Bombay Stock Exchange, that is Mumbai. Bombay Stock Exchange, or BSE, is founded in 1875, is the oldest stock exchange in Asia. What was the sex ratio of India according to the 2011 census? It is 940 females per 1,000 males. According to the census of 2011, the sex ratio was 940 females per 1,000 males. Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission of India on 1st January 2015. When was the first meeting of Niti Aayog held? It is on 8 February 2015. The first meeting of Governing Council of Niti Aayog was held on 8 February 2015. India is yet to become a member of which multilateral export control regime? It is Nuclear Supplier Group or NSG. India is a member of MTCR, was an arrangement and Australia group, but it is still not a member of NSG. The State of Unity, declared the tallest statue in the world at 182 meters, was inaugurated on 31st October 2018. When was its construction started? That is 31st October 2013. The foundation stone of the Statue of Unity was laid on 31st October 2013, marking the start of the project. Where is the headquarters of the Asian Development Bank situated? It is Manila. The headquarters of the Asian Development Bank, that is ADB, is located in Manila, that is Philippines. The ADB was established in 1966 to promote economic and social development in Asia and Pacific. Where was the 2020 Olympic Game held? It is in Tokyo. The 2020 Summer Olympics were held in Tokyo, Japan. Although called the 2020 Olympic, they were conducted in 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The judges of the Supreme Court of India hold office until they attain the age of 65 years old. Under Article 124 of the Constitution of India, Supreme Court judge retired upon attaining the age of 65 years. How many judges are there in the International Court of Justice, or ICJ? It is 15. The International Court of Justice consists of 15 judges elected for 9 years term by the UN General Assembly and Security Council. Who was the first Indian to become the President of the United Nations General Assembly? It is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit became the first Indian woman to serve as the President of the United Nations General Assembly in 1953. Direct tax in India is generally considered to be direct and progressive. Income tax, a major direct tax in India, followed a progressive structure, while higher income are taxed at higher rate. Invisible export refer to export of which item? Services. Invisible export refer to services exported to other countries, including software, banking, insurance, and tourism services. Who was the first finance minister of independent India to present the union budget? It is R.K. Shanmukham Shetty. R.K. Shanmukham Shetty presented the first budget of independent India on 26 November 1947. Estimates of national income in India are prepared by the Central Statistical Organization, CSO. The national income estimates are prepared by the Central Statistical Organization, now part of the National Statistical Office. The first general election in India was held in which year? The correct answer, 1951. India's first general election was conducted between October 1951 and February 1952. Which one of the following in the city had houses with doors opening onto the main street? It is Chanhudaro. Unlike most Harappan cities, where houses' doors open into lane, houses at Chanhudaro often open directly onto the main street. Which article of the Constitution of India provides for the protection of the interests of minorities? It is Article 29. Article 29 protects the cultural and educational right of minorities and safeguard their interests. The plan for the transfer of power to Indians and partition of the country was laid down in? It is Mountbatten Plan. The Mountbatten Plan of June 1947 provides for the partition of British India and the transfer of power. What is the minimum number of votes a candidate must secure to retain their election deposit? It is 1/6 of the valid vote poll. A candidate must secure at least 1/6 of the valid vote poll to avoid forfeiture of the security deposit. What you have seen, must a political party have to be eligible for the post of leader of the opposition in the legislative house? It is 1/10. Conventionally, a party must have at least 10% of the total seat in the house to recognize as the official opposition. The highest number of candidates to contest for an assembly seat was recorded in Modakurichi, Tamil Nadu in 1996 assembly election. How many candidates contested? It is 1033. The Modakurichi Assembly constituency in Tamil Nadu witnessed a record that is 1033 candidates contesting in the 1996 election. Sarojini Naidu was elected president of the Indian National Congress at which session? It is the Kanpur session 1925. Sarojini Naidu became the first Indian woman president of Indian National Congress at the Kanpur session in 1925. Cancer is caused by the activation of which type of gene? It is oncogenesis. Cancer may develop when proto-oncogenesis mutate and become oncogenesis, causing uncontrolled cell growth. The instrument used for measuring blood pressure is called? It is sphygmomanometer. A sphygmomanometer is the standard medical instrument used to measure blood pressure. Which of the following is essential for digestion of food in the stomach? It is enzyme. Digestive enzymes such as the pepsin help break down food in the stomach, making digestion possible. The Rowlatt Act was passed in? It is 1919. The Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919, allowing the British government to detain without trial. It was widely opposed across India. The Indian Air Force was established in which year? It is 1932. The Indian Air Force was established on 8 October 1932 and initially functioned as an auxiliary or air force under British rule. The granary discovered at Harappa was located beside the western gate of the city. The granary of Harappa was discovered near the western gate of the city and is considered an important indicator of organizing, storage, and administration. World Bank classified countries according to their level of development based on which of the following? It is per capita income. World Bank classified economies primarily on the basis of gross national income or GNI per capita. Gold rate are traditionally decided in which city? It is London. Historically, international benchmark gold prices have been determined through the London gold market, making London the traditional center for gold prices fixing. Which of the following is the secondary memory of a computer? It is the magnetic disk. Secondary memory refer to non-volatile storage device such as hard disk, magnetic disk, SSD, and optical media. Which of the following is not a fundamental right under the Constitution of India? It is right to property. The right to property ceased to be a fundamental right after the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978 and is now Constitutional Legal Right Act under Article 300A.